Mr. Paul Scott here with Crown King, noted North Carolina underground hip hop artist. Thank you for granting this interview, brother.
You're welcome, brother.
All right. What I want to ask you about is we have Black History Month 2011 coming up. What is your opinion about hip hop's connection to Black History Month, or the respect that members of the hip hop community give Black history, or the lack thereof?
Well, there really isn't a connection on the mainstream as far as the hip hop generation, young hip hop generation, because of the generation gap within hip hop and out of hip hop. Generally, the generation gap between our people, through the years. So I feel like a lot of the youth don't really look at Black History Month as important as we once did. The 30 plus, that grew up, being taught that Black History Month is important. But me personally feel like it shouldn't be a Black History Month. It should be Black History period every month. We should do the same thing we do in Black History month in February. We should do that every month. We should organize every month to celebrate Black History. You understand, man? Because things need to change, man. We've been doing the same thing for the last 40 years. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't continue to do the same things when you don't have the same mindset as of that time.
So what can we do in 2011 that's different than telling our youth about Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks? Don't get me wrong, they were great leaders, but we know that. What can hip hop do in 2011 that's different to make this Black History Month different than the rest of the Black History Months?
Well, I think a lot of the older hip hop artists that I grew up on, that taught me about, the consciousness of blackness, need to, get off their egos, because there's a lot of egos as far as older hip hop artists, because they feel like the younger generation pay homage, but at the same time, a lot of the youth don't know who they are because the generation gap and the connection that they failed to continue over the last 20 years. So you don't have that respect from the youth of the older generation, because it's like, bow down to me, you should know my history and all that. But if the history is not being taught, then you can't get that respect from the youth. You know what I mean? They respect Gucci Mane and Soulja Boy and Jeezy and T.I. more than they respect KRS-One, X-Clan, Brand Nubian, Public Enemy. You understand what I'm saying? So you have this disconnect that's very crucial right now, man, to continuing the consciousness of our black people and of the world. So that's how I feel about that. But it's really a generation gap that's very crucial right now that we need to reconnect. That's really going to push the progressive of our people, man. Seriously,
All right, Truth Minister Paul Scott, no more than ShotSpied.com with North Carolina underground hip hop artist Crown King. Thank you.
Peace.